folks, Rob here, bringing you another part of the Slaughter at Ponyri solitaire play. So this is going to be turn 5. We're going to try and get the Russian and the German turns in. I started bringing in the last of my reinforcements up in the north, which is basically the Stugs as well as the 2 sapper platoons. We're going to try and force this minefield belt. I'm going to try and basically just do a push down along the railway embankment, along the hill, and see how close I can get before game end, which I may extend just turn 5, maybe not 6. We'll see how that goes. And my main thrust in the west side is basically along this road here and this road here with a view to going towards this building here, because the I need that for one of my victory conditions. I have to deny the Russians one of these buildings by the end of play on 8 or 7 July. Otherwise, they will win the tournament or the campaign. And as you can see, I'm not anywhere close to this, and I don't want to have to slog my way there all the way through it on this 7 July PM campaign game date. So I do have a ways to go, but you can see that I pretty well eliminated almost all the Russian opposition. So there's not going to be really anything denying me access to that building. Of course, the problem with Solitaire is it's not a human player, and I'm not sure what kind of defenses a human player could have set up in depth, because this is a lot of Germans to come in, and as a Russian you would have to defend along that whole border. So if you remember from my first video, this original Russian defense was based on what the Russians actually would buy and what they would set up as, including elements up in the north, elements along the west side, and this row of trenches along here. So all this is probably just extra that the human player would not have. And once the Germans punch through this screen, this would probably be very likely chance of all that they could achieve. And I'm more or less just going to have to try and turn these suspects here active and get them moving south to hopefully intercept. So again, I'm going to have to figure out how we can make that into a solitaire campaign. But so let's get right into that. And we'll do the old wind change, nothing here. Parameters, again, haven't changed much. Still have an AC 3, friendly REs 3-4, and 3-4-5 for the enemy side. Alright, so no wind change. And let's get into the rallies. Alright, so get the leader. Nope. Squatty. Nope. Now, I don't think I want to waste a self-rally on the DM guys. I think I have other things I'd rather put it on. Yeah, I'll leave the guy there for now. I probably should have moved him back here. That's where he would have gone to, I think, so I'll move him back. Do I want to do a 3 and a 3? No, actually that would be a 2 and a 2 because it's not rally terrain. So I'm not going to bother with that. This guy will stay where he is. Okay, let's get this guy here. Nope. So I have one more self-rally. Heat of battle. We have a 5. Broken is going to be a +1, so that's going to be battle hardened as well as generating a hero. Which we've already got one here, so you can see we're going to be chock block full of heroes in this area here. I will do this guy here. No, alright, so that's it for my self rallies. Fix that gun. What is it? It is only a medium, so no. And then the wounded leader will be back. And then I need 3 7s. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then we can do the Russians. Right, and that is that. Let's go to prep. All right, so the elephant's free now to start running around stuff. I do want to drive over this, I think. I do have to deal with this guy. But let's go with our OBA first. Now we do have a spotting around here. We want to convert that. And I want to drop it on this guy here, I think. I do have to worry about my own guys. However, I'm sitting in the trench, and it's only 100 millimeter only, I say. And I do have to clear the way so that I can actually drive down this road to secure my objective. So if I move a 1 hex to here, we need a 1 to be accurate. It is not accurate. It can only be off 1 hex, and it goes for 3. So this is where to land, FFE1. I guess that's close enough. So on the 20 table in target hex for flame. And then L27, we have up 2 is a 7. Should be a 2 check. Yeah, 2 check. Broken, pinned, broken. Flame L29, K20 or K29. Up 4 will be a 10, which will bring us probably to the 1. Gone and fine. That'll be no effect, and yeah, so not the greatest OBA, but I guess it'll have to do. And our second one, the 150, I don't think we had dropped yet. Oh, we did. Okay, so it's down here. We're going to drop it 3 hexes. Actually, we're going to put it right here and convert in place. So we need a 1. Not accurate. It can only be 1 hex, so it's going to go again back here. Not optical, or not optimal. So B or E40 for shell hole. And F40. 41 activation. We are activated as a 11 squad support weapon leadership and a gun. So we have a squad support weapon leadership, and then we have a gun. It's going to be an 88 long. And then we have a 527 with a 92. Jesus. Actually, that's not correct. 92 is not there. The 92 is it's a light mortar with a 80. There we go. So it's one of those, and an 80, and they take a 8 flat. It's going to be 2 check. Gun leader is broken, crew broken, and the 527 is Elard. I guess it's okay then. E42 and D41. Another activation. This is a 4, produces a squad leader and fortification. Squad leader and not fortified. Squad's a 447 with a LM. Or no, that's no weapon. No, I'm right out of her. That is a 447 with a weapon. Wrong, a leader. And that leader's going to be an A1. I'll get it right eventually. Still early in the morning here, so. Alright, a 6 is not going to be good on the 20. 3 check. Leader. ELR and broke. And then here we have a 8. And that's going to be a 2 check. Yeah. All right, OBA is down. So now we go other shooting. You're immobilized, so we may as well blast this guy. And he's going to drop a shell. +1, -1. No, you're not vehicle, and acquisition will cancel, so it's going to be 6 or less to hit. Still cannot hit, acquire twice. And this guy is going to drop one on the 85, or do we want to move? I think I want to move instead. It's 10-2. We're going to drop a shell onto this 45 before he gets destroyed. It's going to be a straight shot. This is not going to count this green. And we have a -2 leader with the -1 acquisition. So it's going to be a 0 shot. 8 to hit. And that is just a straight up hit. Acquired twice. On the 20. We have a 4. Oof. K4. Crew's gone. And I believe a K is a malfunction gun. I should look into that. Random support weapon destruction. No, it's got to be original KIA, and then it's a follow-up die roll. So the gun is fine; it's not destroyed. This is gone, and you're prepped. All right, so that again clears that pretty much. You are sitting in a minefield. I guess I may as well fire that. So let's get a command out for the tank, and we'll fire him. No or modifier for the light green 1 hex, +2 acquired once, buttoned up. So it's going to be a net +2, 6 or less. That is a hit, acquired twice. And on the 20 table, we have a 5, which is a 4 check, I believe. Yeah. Leader. ELR 447, broken, and the broken squad is halved. Alright, so the infantry is going to probably end up moving. I'll do that later on. I really don't have enough leaders in this area. My middle guys kind of lost all the leadership. Although I am in a minefield, so maybe I want to wait and just shoot instead. That might be more advisable than trying to dig themselves out. I'll do that. Alright, so I need a 7 and a 7. Heavy and the medium. So the medium is panicked, just like last turn. So this is going to be 12 firepower, or wrong, 8 firepower. We're going to be paying +1 for this vehicle, 2 for this grain, 8 up 2, 9 and rate of fire is a pending task check. Enemy's fine, and again on the 6. We have a 6 on the 6 is a 1 check. Pinned. And rate. It's going to be a miss. And that's going to be a NMC and last shot. And a break finally. Alright, so that's that. I'll unmire as I get to it, and then I have you guys here. So this 9-2 will be in command. Pass it on to this guy, and we're going to run the 467 is going to move. Everybody else is going to fire. So what do we have here? 8 and 11 will be on the 16 table. Actually, that'll be 19. This guy here will bring it up to 20 table. Okay, that works. 20 table flat onto this location here. 7 on the 20 is going to be a 2. Leader. Yellard, and the squad is broken. No rates, so you guys are done. We'll move that guy. This guy's going to do an overrun of some kind, I think. You are going to fire. And we have a -1, button up, cancel. We have a +2, so 6 or less. We cannot hit. 2x range, actually, and acquisition is a -1. Yeah, that's still a miss. Now I could fire a 24 up. This would be 3 coming out of this. Actually, no, this is gone. This came down in the last move phase, so that's all gone. So yeah, it's going to be a 24 up 3. Wait, I don't have a leader again. Ugh, all right, top down. 1, 2, 3. Well, they all panic. Not a good spot to panic, I gotta say. So I'm gonna have to drop smoke on top of this guy so my guys don't die. And all right, let's get into the rest of these guys are going to move, I think. Although actually I can move. I got to kill this guy, don't I? All right, 7-0. You're up to bat. 7-0 command, die roll. And I guess we'll fire you. So let's do a 12, wrong, 16 up, 3. 10 on the 16 to 1. NMC, excuse me. Oof, oof. That'll work. So this guy's gone. And so is the CX. All right, now I'll go to move. Although, +1 for this grain, 2 for this grain. This would be +4. Down 2 would be a +2 on the 16. 4, 8, 12, +7 would be 19. Actually, be on the 20 table. +2 here. If I spray fire, it would be +1, +2, +4, -2. So it would be a 8 +2 and an 8 +2 on those 2 trenches. I think I'm going to have to do that. So 10-2. Barely in command, but he will be. And let's do a an 8 up 2 in both of those locations. So we have a 7, which is a 1 check. So this guy, it's broken, disrupted. And this guy here is broken. Excellent. Now I got rate on the heavy. So let's do a heavy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just going to be +4 down 2 again. So on the 6 up 2. And no effect. All right, so that's fine. The rest of these guys are going to move, and then going over to the north side. This guy here. Not sure why they keep moving like that. We acquired 10-2 leader and 2 hex range, so it's going to be +3, 4 for buttoned up. We're going to have a total of -4, so it's going to all cancel out. It's going to be 6, 8 or less to hit. And that's a hit, only shot. And on the 12 table, we have a 3. That's a K2, K3. K3, that'll work. So let's 8-0. The broken conscript, this half squad, and the 447. So the half squad's dead. Or, yeah. And then we do a 3 check on the 8-0. Broken, half squad, and pinned. Now I did not get rates, so I'm done with that shot. Part of me is partly in a minefield and part of me is not in a minefield, so I'm not sure which one's to shoot. I could advance with this guy, assault move, or armored assault. Same with this guy and these guys as well, but I think I want to throw my sapper into these mine belt and clear away. Or I could do that with these guys, and these guys could just continue the advance. So him, command die roll. Using command, let's drop a 150 on these guys here. So this guy's twice. This guy's acquired once with button up cancel, so it's going to be a 5 or less to hit. That hits, only a shot. And on the 30 table, yeah, okay, well, that's going to hurt. 5 on the 30 is a 1 KIA. Oh, we have our leader, half squad, and the 447. Okay, well, hasta luego. So that worked out. Wood building. Now we do have a chance of destruction, even though it is fortified. So not the gun, the medium. Let's see if it gets destroyed. It does. And then the rest of them are going to move, I think. Except for this elephant here, we're going to fire on these guys. Moving again. So the 8-1. It's in command. I could have used that roll. We have a -1 armor leader, button up cancel. We have acquisition, remove 1 from the trench, so 7 or less to hit. That's a hit. And on the 16 table, we have a 5, which again is probably going to be a K something. Nope, 3 check. 3 check on the leader. And the 447 is a 4. That's a 9-2, so it's just going to be broken. Good enough. Everything else is going to move. +1, 2, +3, 5 for the trench. Button up is +6. Acquired once will be a +5, so it's going to be 3 or less. So that's really not going to work, so we're just going to move. And let's go to movement phase on the left here. This guy here, kind of dangerous just sitting there by yourself. So, what do I do with you? I could park him on this wire here because this 45 long cannot penetrate unless he gets critical. And that would be point blank into the 45. Alright, so we're going to start up. And did I do a command roll? I did not. So he's in command because acquisition as well as being AFV. And then we're going to come on to here. We don't get bogged down. And we'll stop there. This guy here. Let's come this way for 1.5. Roll for that. Action die roll. We have a 5, so they don't panic. Too close to fire the mortar, so we're going to do a 4 flat. 5 on the 4 is a 1. Broke. Well, that didn't last very long. 2, so it'll be 1 residual there. Now, you guys are going to head down the line. Let's final this. So it's going to be a 2 up 1. No effect. This will be a +2 -1 situation, so this will activate. And we have a 2, be a 10. Squad leader fortification. Squad leader and fortified, we are not. So it's 447 with a 81. Alright, no, that's an 80. Yeah, 447 and an 80. So it's going to be 4 up 1 shot. 8 on the 4 is a miss. And that would be 2, 1, 0 rate of fire, or residual. Let's come for 1 more. Let's final. And it'll be a 2, 2 flat. 6 on the 2 is a pinning. Leader and the squad, so they're fine. May as well fire this guy. Doesn't panic, and it'll be a 2 flat. 8, no effect. Alright, so I went 3 move. I have 3 move left. I don't know if I want to jump on the wire. Actually, this guy here would activate too. And that's going to be an activation. Come in as a 9, which is a squad, swirl up and fortified. Squad, support weapon, and they are not fortified again. So it's a LMG with a 447. Now that's going to be a 6 firepower with a +1. And it breaks their LMG. Let's jump on the wire. We can't get under the wire. We rolled a frickin' 6. These two are going to activate then. 1, 2. This guy, no. This guy will not either because we're not adjacent to VPO. So unfortunately, it's not going to work. This guy here will be a +2, 3, -1, so too far away. And yeah, that worked out great. All right, this guy here. All right, so this guy here, we're going to do an overrun. So we're going to start for 1. We're going to pivot for 2. This guy can get rid of that now. This will be 3, 4, 5. That's a dummy mine, so we can get rid of that. This will be 6, 7 into the wire, and we do not bog down. We rolled a 6 though. I don't think we're mired. I'll have to check on that. Yeah, so just rolling a 6 doesn't mean it's bogged down. It's only when I try to get out that it's a chance of mired. So start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get on the wire. Then we're going to do another 5 to do the overrun. This is going to be a 4 down 1 because of my armor leader. And yeah, so 4 down 1. We have a 4 on the 4, which I believe is 1 check. Yeah, it's only a 1. And they are fine. We have a German sniper. We have a 6, so no sniper. And then I'm going to pop smoke. Although before I do that, I guess I could fire this guy. Let me fire the AT gun. Now, I don't think I can pen the front unless I roll really well. But I am right next to it, so action die roll. And +1 target size. Motions +3 total. And then we have -2 for being adjacent, so it's basically 9 or less to hit. So that's going to hit. And on the to kill, oh, I didn't say APCR. To kill, 5. What did APCR do? 45 long is a 12. 1x range would be a +3 is a 15. Down 8 would be a 5. So that would be actually be an immobilize if I had said APCR. As it stands, that would be a 45 is a base 10. 11. Down 8 would be a 3, so that would be a miss. And no rate. So if I declare intensifier and do a APCR, I broke my gun. Actually, I think I may have melfed it for good. The breakdown is it now a 10, and the 12 becomes a, yeah, no, so just melfed, which sucks. I should have said APCR. All right, so other moves that we have, you guys here. And here, let's do this guy. All right, we're gonna go onto the wire. Let's CX. Is there need to CX? Do I even need to go on the wire? No. Oh wait, there's a minefield here. How to get around it? I would have to go. Yeah, let's go due south. So we're gonna go 1, 2.5. This will be 4. And it is a flame mine. So 12 firepower. 4, that's going to be a K. I believe K3. No, 3 check. Getting ahead of myself. 3 check. And you're broken. One way to clear mine, I guess. Now you guys are going to go around the north. So you're going to come here for 3. That would be a 4.5 with the CX. You guys are going to jump on top of him and join him. That way he'll have some leadership to start moving. All right, this guy here that's mired. Let's get out of that. Command die roll. He doesn't panic. Let's move. This is his unbogging die roll. It's a 5-1. Does that mean he gets out? Now it can still get out, right? No, the final color die has to be 1 to 4. So unfortunately, I'm still mired. All right, this guy here is panicked. So you're going to lose your acquisition, and you're just going to hang out. This 467, we want to move. Minimal interruption would be a dash to H30, which would activate this guy. That would be a -1 and -2, so yes. As an 8 is a squad and a fortification. Squad's a 426. And if I fire group with the 228, that would be a, well, I guess there's no point for him fire group, and it's only going to be a 2 down. No, it'll be a 2 flat. No, 2 down 1. 2 down 1 shot. Oof. 2 on the 2. 1 check. K1. Unreal. Well, thought he could make it. All right, so we first fired the 426. And won't be any residual. And a sniper. You have a 1. It is the North Sniper that goes 1 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to land right here, just where I want it. All right, so then you guys let's send the 467 down the road. 1, 2, 3 into the shell hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be a +1 for this grain. -1 on assault would be a modified 0. This would probably be an activation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'd be a -1. So -2 shot. So this guy would activate as a 9 squad support weapon fort. Oops, that's an engineer. So they get one of these, which is going to be an LMG. And are they fortified? -2 is a 0, which gives us a 6, both obstacle and a pillbox. Okay, so that means this is gone. Now we're going to get a pillbox instead. And that's going to give us a whole lot of pain. So we're going to get this. Yeah, let's face it that way. All right, now what do we get? We get a 1. 1 is going to be 2 squads. We're not going to use an engineer. We're going to use 2 4 5 8s. We're going to get a medium with a chance of a 50 cal. Yes. Yep. So we got a medium and a 50 cal. And that squad is dead. And a leader with a -1 is going to be a 6, probably a 9-1, A1. All right, so that's going to open up on us. And that's going to be 20 table down 3. Yeah, 20 down 3. So no rate of fire, which is kind of funny. It's going to be a 5 on the 20, though. It's still going to hurt for a check. So the leader, or squad, is only broken. How the hell did that happen? And that would put a 8 residual here. All right, so we have 2 squads in that location. Let's send a medium into that. Go here to here. And that leaves you guys to do this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let's do this guy here. All right, so we're going to drop smoke in this location. That goes off. What do I do with this guy here? Fortified building location. Do I do an overrun? Let's come here for 2. This would be half my move, which would be 7. That would be 9. Overrun would put it at 13. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go 13 into there. Do my bog check. I am going to bog, which is not great. And so it's going to be a 2 up, 2 attack. Yeah, okay. So I just broke my main gun. Well, you guys are dead. And Patsy, they pass ambush. Yeah, they ambush. So they're going to be killing that thing, and unless I roll that. Okay, never mind. So that I just basically fast forward through the close combat. And they unresolved issues in that one. Unresolved issues. Wow. Okay, so that just happened. That means you guys can now move. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy would fire +1 for the FFE, 2 for the grain, -1 on assault would be a up 1 on the 4. Wrong die. Action die roll. Doesn't panic, so 4 up 1 is a 4 on the 4 is a 1 check. Leader. And the squad is broken. Sniper. Sniper is hot again, and it is the South Sniper this time. 4 for 1. Alright, so it's going to take out the guys here in the trench. So we're going to go top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're just going to be DM'd. And that's a first fire from this guy. This guy jump on the wire, get below the wire. That would be 2, 3.5. Panic. Not the place to panic. You here. Panic. This guy here. Let's go 3, 4. You. I'm gonna go 2. 5, 6. If I CX, it'll be 2, 5, 6. Yeah, so let's CX. You can slide forward. And you guys can go right down the road now. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a 2 up, 2 flat. Does he act? Yes, he can. 2 flat. 9 on the 2 is a miss. Yeah, you're going to hang out there. As a matter of fact, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 this way. You're going to be my leader down here to start moving guys. Yeah, you. I need a 9-2 here. Let's go 2 to there. One, 2, 3, 4. Bypass 1. No, I can't do that. How do I do that? Should have moved him first. This would be 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll do that, and hopefully that FFE does not land where I think it's going to land. As a matter of fact, we're going to go 3, 5 into the wood. Get some protection in case it comes down, and then you guys can go 1, 2 for the roadblock, 3, 4, 5, right to there. All right, so these guys can all move now, except for you have to roll your own command. What a waste. Let's start with this guy here. We're going to come here for 1. Then we're going to jump out of the trench for a total of 3 move. Activate this guy. -1 for nobody. Actually, no. So this will be a dummy. And this guy here, activated as a 7, which is a dummy. +2 -1 would be a 0, so this guy would activate. As a 4 would be nope. And you as well. Nine, squad support weapon fort. So squad support weapon and fortified, we are -1 would be a yes. So we have a 447 with no weapon. And we are in entrenchment. So it's going to be a 4 flat. 6 on the 4 is an NMC, and he's fine. This guy here, I forgot to check. Doesn't panic, so it's going to be a 4 down 1. And that is a miss. Alright, so that is good, which means I can now move the rest of you guys. You'll have to take your own command. And let's move. This will be 2, 3.5, and then 4 to here. This guy is going to go here to 3 or 2.5, 4. That'll be 4 here. You guys will come to here. And then that'll be a 0 modifier, which means activation check. And that will not be enough. Come here, activation check. A 4 squad support weapon leader fortified. Squad 426 support weapon is a medium. Leader is a A1 and no fortification. All right, so that's going to be on the 6. What did we say? It was +2 -1 0, so it's going to be 6 down 1. 8 on the 6 is a pinning, and he's fine, and the squad is fine as well. No rate. So your first fired. This guy can final. It'll be a 2 flat. 5 on the 2 is an NMC, so the squad and the leader and the squad leader's pinned. Alrighty, and you're going to go 3, 4, and we'll do you. Start up 1, 2, pivot 3. We're going to go 4, 5. We're going to do an overrun. It's going to cost us another 5, so that'll be 10. We're going to spend 8 actually going in, so it's going to use up all our move. And it's going to be a 4 down 2, a 4 up 2 shot. No effect, and we'll be in motion. And we'll have to do a patsy and then final protective against that guy. Passes patsy and then his his attack back. He doesn't break, so that's good. And then this guy here panics. Alright, so you guys are all in command, so let's go get that leader. This will be 3 or 4 jumping out of the trench. And this guy is going to go 2. You guys are going to jump in there as well. So we'll all be nice and merry inside the trench. You are going to go... This guy's going to clear some mines, so we're going to go 1. No mine. Activation. 5 down 2 will be activated. As a 5, squad leader fortification. Squad. That's a 458 and a 4527. We have a 5. A leader is an A1 and then a fortified, which they already are. -1, yeah. So it's going to be a 527 and a 458. All right, and that's going to put us at the 8th table, down 1. Down 2, actually. So like I did. And the 4 down on the 2 residual. You are going to go 3, 5 with the late CX. You guys are going to CX as well, and you're going to come up this way for You're going to come up this way for 6, which will let these guys final. No, they can't. This guy's closer, so that's not going to work. This guy and this guy could activate, though, so bring this guy first. A 3, yes. As an 11 support weapon, squad leader, and a gun. Squad, support weapon. That's a 50 cal. Or chance of 50 cal, I should say. No, that's a 50 cal. All right. So we're going to have a 228, 50 cal. And a leader. An 8 gets us an 8-0. And then a gun, which is going to be a 6 as an 82 mortar. All right, let's fire the 50 cal first. So it's going to be an 8 plus 1 minus 1. So 8 flat. No rates. 7 on the 8's a 1 check. And he breaks. That'll be 4, 2, 1. So not going to be any residual. And then, yeah, that's that. So then this guy here is going to CX as well. We're going to come to here. And we'll fire the mortar. That is a miss. All right, we're coming here. We're going to come here. We'll go there. And then we'll go up to the north. Start moving those guys. All right, so this guy's start for 1, pivot for 2. You guys are going to go 1 for the squad, 2, 3 for the vehicle, 4. Then we're going to enter the minefield, and it's a flame mine. Shit. 6 on the 12 is going to be a 2, and the squad's fine. A 6 on the 12 is not enough to damage a vehicle, which is very clutch as well. Now that's going to be 0 modifier, so this guy actually would have activated back here. And that would be yes as a 3, which is going to be a squad leader fortified. 7 or 447 with a, Jesus, that's a 7-0. And a -1 is going to be potentially a pillbox. That is, however, going to be an obstacle. Obstacle is going to look like a 3, which is a wire. So we're going to put a wire somewhere. Well, let's put a wire in front of the building. All right, and this guy here is a 447. And we'll do a 4 flat. 5 on the 4 is an NMC. And they are broken, and they would have been broken back here. As a matter of fact, that would have been broken 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 modifier will be back here. So this is where they break. That was 2, 3. So I guess the vehicle's kind of stuck there. Let's pivot though. We'll stop there. This guy here. That's in command. So pivot here, start up 1, 2. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Infantry has moved 3. The tanks move 5. I can crest the hill for a total of 5 for the infantry and 7 for the tank. No, the tank would be start 1, pivot 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 4 would be why am I blanking? Add 4 MP. Okay, so start for 1, pivot 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a total of 10. This would activate this guy. And we're going to get a final fire from this. So it'll be a 2 flat. 7 on the 2 is a miss, 1 residual. And the we'll stop there. You're going to use all your move to enter this minefield. Gives you a breach, and that way you can help with the TI that those other guys would have been under as well. And for good measure, we're going to throw you guys in as well. So we have 3 squads, a leader, all under TI. And then you guys can go, unless the tank panics, because reasons. You guys are just going to have to move here. And this guy here does not panic, so let's fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 6. It's going to be a 6 down 1 for non assault move in the open. 6 on the 6 is a 1. One, 2. One guy is broken. All right, this guy here, he's in command. Oh wait, he fired. Infantry. Let's do all our move into the minefield. No, I don't think I want to do that. I should have fired you. I should have fired you. Oh well. So you guys are just going to hang out. This location here, we have the tank and the infantry are in command. Would have been that guy. And let's move the tank through the minefield. This way, which will give me a trail break that way. So that would be start up for 1, 2, 3, Let's pivot 4 other way. Pivot 4. Come here for 5, and we're going to stop for 6. Now you guys can use the trail break that he made to come here for 1.5. Plus 1, 2. Plus 1, minus 1 cancel. 5 hexes away will not be enough to activate. When I come here, however, it will be. So this guy's going to activate. I should not be moving as a group. I should move individually. Let me do that again. You're going to come here for 1.5 and then here for 3. This guy will activate. That would be yes. As a 4 squad support weapon leader fortified. Squad support weapon. 50 cal again. 228 with the 50 cal. Great. And a leader. We have an 8, which is going to be a 8-0. And are we have a different fortified? -1 is a 1. Gets us a entrenchment or an obstacle, and it's going to be an entrenchment. So we're good. We just are what we are, and it's going to be an 8. 8 down 1. 7 is a 1 check. So we have our leader pinned and broken. And this guy's going to go 1.5, 3. And let's do rate of fire. This would be a +2 -1. So it'll be an 8 up 1. No effect. Now this guy beside him will be a +1 -1 net 0, so it's going to be activation. And a 5 will be a yes as well. 7 is, however, a 0. And you're going to be at a +1, so no. You guys do the leader, or the tank. Get rid of this. Let's advance here 1 hex with the infantry. Now it's going to be a +2, so you're not going to activate this guy. Everybody here is fired, so that's fine, and we can go into defending fire. Did again artillery strike. 52 is a no. What else can shoot? No rate, so they can't do it again. Everything here is fine. They do have their OBA that's still on the board, so let's see if it continues. Automatic correction, which goes 1 for 1. Going completely the wrong way. Flip it over. Actually, that was an FFEC, wasn't it? Yeah, so does it continue? 5 would be no. So this is gone. And other shooting that they might have. Once more, nothing over here. I do have a 45 inside the smoke-shrouded bunker. They don't panic, so let's fire on these guys. It's going to be a +3 with the -2, so 7 or less to hit. That hit, rate of fire. We have an 8 on the 4 is nothing. Next shot is a miss. All right, and then moving down, I think that's going to be it for that, and then we can do the advancing fire. All right, we have a couple of flames that we have to potentially spread. Where is the first vehicle in? Right here. Spread to the train. No grain. We need L21, M23, L23, yes. And M22 does not turn into a blaze. We're one short. Two up two, no effect. Not going to fire you guys. You guys here, you're going to fail your route, so I'm not going to bother shooting. You guys can't really see too far away, +3, button up is +4, -1 would be or -2 would be a +2. Let's get acquisition. On this guy here, +2, oh excuse me, +4, down 2, so it would be a flat, not the, yeah. Four, 5 of the hero, 2 heroes actually, so this would be 1, 2, 6, 8, 10, so it's going to be on the 8 table with a +1. All right, 3 on the 6 is a K2, I think. K2. We have a leader and the squad. So leader is dead. Leader lost morale check, and this leader is fine. Our squad's fine. You guys here will be an 8 up 4. Pinning task check, and you're fine. This guy here, let's get acquisition on the bunker. And you guys are going to do a 6 down 1. Oh, wrong dice. 6 down 1 is a 3 on the 6. Again, a K2. Leader and squad. Leader. And the squad is pinned. Nice. So that's going to be it for advancing fire route. And what is broken on the Germans? So let's go back to here. You have to keep going back to there as well. One, two, three. So you can't go in there. You're just going to stay in the trench. You guys will have to come back to where, though? I guess you can stay in the trench. One onto the trench, 5 to get under the wire, so you're not going to be in the trench. And you, that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Actually, you guys could come here. Because that would be the same distance. Minefield. So that would be 1.5. This would be 4.5. Wrong. 1.5 to 4. Then 5.5 over here. Jump under your vehicle for now. You guys are safe under your vehicle, and that is it for the route phase, and we can do advance. Let's come there. Spread out a bit. And I'll do activations at the end once I do the all my advances. We're not going to go into the minefield. We're going to stay where we are. You guys have... No, you... Oh, you're broken. You guys would have to route too, because you're in open ground. Oh, I forgot to do the Russian route. Russian routing. Let's get into the building. Russian routing. Quickly we forget. So this guy's gone failure to route, as are you. And you have to go, let's go 1, 2, 3 for the railroad, 4, 5. You're buttoned up, so it'll be +1, which means I can't really interdict. So let's run back 1.5, 2.5, 4, 5.5. Run back to here. This guy should have been actually in this location last turn. I forgot to move him at the end of the last Russian turn. So I'm going to do that now, which meant he probably should have fired, but we'll assume that he didn't this time. You guys have to move, except I can't go forward, and I'm going to have to run through an FFE. You guys can go through the grains. This would be 3, 4, 5. You'd have to head there too. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you guys could all make it here. And you, my friend, are just going to have to low crawl 1 hex. Get hit with this. 6. A 5 on the 30. Yeah, you're dead. Actually, would have been a 6. Okay, 4. And you just failed your check, so you're dead. All right, and that is the route. So then we can go to German advance. So we're on the wire. You guys are all fine there. You guys are still in the minefield, which again I have to get out of. Make his life difficult so they can't shoot. We're going to throw this guy in to close combat. 1-to-1 with my broken gun. And we'll give him... there's not going to be any ambush, so we'll throw in the half squad too. That'll be 3-to-2 odds, so I would need a 6. If I add in a hero, it would be a 6 with a -1. Let's do that. And you guys will come in here. Stay down there. Jump onto that guy. And I think we are finally set to do close combat. All right, so where do we start? Here. All right, so we don't have any ambush. We're going to do a 6. We need a 6 with a -1. So we kill him. He's at a 1-to-5. Sorry, 4-to-5. And that would be a 4 or less. So he doesn't kill us. All right, so we get him. And then up here, we have the leader. 4-to-1. Oh, come on, man. Really? A wounded hero I can't even kill? 4 to 1 is a base 9. 1 to 4, he needs a 3. And that is the German turn 5. Let's go to the Russian turn 5. Wind change. We don't have a wind. That is an RE though. Enemy RE is going to be a 25. 25 is assault troops attack. If a suspect is listening to the 4X friendly unit, automatically activates an elite squad with a support weapon. So we're going to have several of those to choose from. 25. Closest to VPO, highest TM, least amount of targets. That would be one. Two, three, four. 5 is that cluster, and then we have these guys up here is 6. So let's do that order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be this middle cluster here. One of these guys here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 to choose from. 1, 2, 3. 2 to choose from. 1, 2. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's make them both active. I think that's good. We'll give them 2 628s here and there. And what do they get? That's a DC and a DC. So each get a DC, which could have been better. I could have got a flamethrower for each one, which is okay. And that is the RE. Now, I also roll this. If it's a 5 or less, they also go on the offensive, anybody within 5 of a strategic location, which basically means that this one is occupied-o. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are going to be going active. You, and you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you. Oh, I forgot to do this combat here. You two as well are all going to be going active, or advanced attitude, I should say. And this combat here, so I need a patsy, which they fail. All right, well, that comes off anyways. Get rid of the pins. And what else can activate? I think that's it. I don't have any other strategic locations up here. So that is that for active. And then, of course, any infantry will be then advanced attitude, or I should say units will be advanced attitude as well. Which I've pretty well been doing anyways, so it's no change really there. All right, so those are advanced attitude. Let's get into the brokes and start down at the bottom here. Fix that gun. Rally the broken leader. 1, 2. The crew. Again, I don't want to waste a self-rally on that, so I'm not going to. Fix this gun. And rally the crew. That would rally, because they're not DM'd. Fix this. Nope. And rally that. You guys just moved, so that should be DM'd here. So rally the leader. No. And here we go, self-rally the 7. Okay, well, that's not going to work. Don't keep your DM to keep going to the buildings. Let's get a 6. And a 5. 5, yeah. Eat about us, leader creation, actually. So roll one of these. It's going to be Russian and broken. So +1, +2, base morale is a 7. It's going to be a 6. Is a 6 of 1. And I believe I have one more self-rally left to do. So those guys will come off there. This guy here. Really? Oh, I forgot to do my clearance die roll for the minefields. Let me do that quickly. This guy here. No. All right. So in this location, we have a leader, -1. We have 2 sapper squads, and be total -5, and a squad. So clearance die roll. We do manage to breach, and we'll go straight forward. Like that. All right, so we're good there. And then where else were we in a minefield? Those guys have prep fired, so I think that was it for being in the minefield. All right, let's go to the Germans down here. Forgot to do this combat as well. So they failed their patsy. Here, this guy. Just enough. And then a 7 and 2 3s. 1, 2. Rally this leader. That would be a 9 down 4 would be a 5. So this 6 would actually rally. Kind of cool. Fix that gun. That would be no. And a rally this guy here. Nope. And the other guy. No. Heat of battle. Nice. Heat of battle roll is a 11. We just went berserk. Alright, so that is berserk dude, or do we not have sight? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's closer? So you're range 7, range 6, range 7, 7. Alright, so you're going to be charging this guy here, which is probably pretty good. +1, +2 for line of sight. So you do have visibility. Yeah, you're berserk. And then that's it for rallies. Let's go to prep fire. And artillery strike. They get a 54 is no. So do they have any OBA on the board? They do not. Shoe sting. This 237 and the 447 below him, he panics. So this 237 is going to be a 4 flat, no effect. You guys can't affect the elephant, and you guys have to worry about that, so you guys are stuck. Yellow is moving. 426, you don't have any target. You're going to be in advanced attitude. So I'm going to wait for the move. Well, actually, let's do this, see what happens. That is a move command, so yeah, you're going to move. You. That is a fire command. Now, you can fire a 4 + 2, 3 for the vehicle, or you could fire a 4 up. Yeah, you're going to fire these guys. So that's going to be a 4 up 2, which is a 4 on the 2 is going to be a 1 check. Broken, good, pinned, halved, and halved. So you're going to be broken. You two are going to be halved. And you won't be able to fire your mortar because you just cowered. This guy here, you're going to fire at... you could do a flank shot on the Stug, which has a chance of killing. Or you could try a frontal on this guy, who's about to range in on you. You have no APCR. You need a Snake Eyes or a critical to hit this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'd have a probably... You'd need a 9 or less to hit that guy. 9 or less to hit this guy. You have a better chance of killing that guy, though. I think you're going to try this guy here. This guy's mired right now, so he's less of a threat. But I need to get a snake eyes. That's going to hit. That's a hull hit and a to kill shot. No good. All right, so Mr. 628. Actually, this is occupied. So you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are actually all going on the offensive as well. This guy here, that is a move command. That is a move command. That is a fire command. Now you got a mortar. What can you fire at? You have units in a fanatic outpost, which is not horrible. So let's do that. Let's fire the mortar, and we'll do a 7 less to hit. That is a miss. Horrible. And then we're going to do a 4 up 2 into the location as well. 6 on the 4 is a NMC, so the A1. And the hero is wounded. And the 467 with the medium is pinned. The Russian is pinned, and the heavy is fine. This DC here, that is a fire command, but we're going to move instead because you have a DC. Actually, it's an automatic move command when you have a DC, so that makes sense. You guys are broken, you fired. You guys in the pillbox, barring panic, are going to shoot at guys in the house. So +1, +3, -1, +2 on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 20. Wow. +2 on the 20. Nice. So this medium is busted. And we have a 13 on the 20, which I don't think is going to do anything. Missed it by 1. Fire command, but I think we're going to move out of the FFE. And this guy here, that is a move command as well. We're going to move into this trench, then we'll fire from there. You. Again, a move command, but we're in a building, so we're going to fire 8 up 2, 3 because of the FFE. So it's going to be an NMC on the leader, broken, half squad, and the 467 is broken. Oh wait, that was a hero. So the hero is wounded, and the squad's broken. All right, so you guys are kind of screwed. You're stuck fighting that vehicle. This guy here, it's going to be a fire command. That'll be a 4 up 2. Panic. That's a move. But we do have fire, so we could do a 6 flat here or here. Let's do a 6 flat there. Onto this 6 flat. Pinning task check. And we're pinned. No rate. You guys here, the mortar is going to fire at, I think this would make sense. So it's going to be a +1 to hit. That is a miss, no rate. And then the 50 cal doesn't panic. That's a move command, but again, we're going to fire at this 467 here. Although I do have another guy here. So this would be at a +3 or at a +1. Let's do the +1, 8 up 1, and hope for rate. So that is rate. So 7 is a 1 check. So you're broken. Then we'll fire on this guy in the trench with the +3. No rate and a miss. So you're done. And the rest of those are moving. Up here, we have nobody in a strategic location, so nobody here is going advance. So this guy will be firing 4 flat. 3 on the 4 is a 2. Leader, squad, squad. So this guy's fine. This would be a break and a break. That's unfortunate. Sniper. We have a 4. And this 447 here would be moving, but again, we're going to fire. Let's do this guy here. 4 down 1. Yeah, 4 down 1. No effect. We'll fire at the 8-1, so this will be, I don't think I'm going to clip that wheat. I do. Okay, so it'll be +1 on the 8. 8 up 1 is an NMC, leader and squad. Pin and not. And then you. You don't panic, so you're going to fire. I could spray fire. That would be a 4 flat and a 4 up 1. Let's do that. Spray fire. So that's going to be no effect, no rate, and you're done. All right, let's go to move. Nothing over there. And we'll start with the yellows this direction over here. We have 1 squad equivalent. The minute we move into this location, we're going to activate. As a 4, -2 will be activation. As an 8, advanced attitude will generate a squad and a support weapon. Squad's going to be a 447 with a medium. They'll be in the trench, of course. And normally you stop when you move. So that's going to actually be 2 move to go into that because of the railway embankment. And that will be... Do I want to fire at that? That would be +1. +3 non-assault would be a +2. I could fire all these guys here. So this guy here, he panics. The 10-2. mechanics, the 7-0 is fine. All right, so these two guys are going to first fire. It's going to be on the 8 table with a +2. So 7 on the 8 is a 1 check. And he breaks. All right, next up we'll do this guy here. We're going to jump into the trench, activation. We have a 5 down 2 will be activated as a 3 squad leader. Squad. 4 is a 4-5-8. 6-2-8, excuse me, and a 6-2-8. So this is really going to hurt. So we have 2 of these. And a leader. This with a -1, so it's only going to be a, a 7-0. Well, shit, +1, +3. I could fire you guys, which I probably should do. Let's do 12 with a +1 at those guys that just moved. So 12 up 1. We have a 10 as a pinning task check. So we have the leader, and then 2 6-2-8s, 1 and 2. So the leader's pinned. And the 2 6-2-8s are fine. If I fire the tank, +1 button up, 2 for grain, 4 for the trench, -1 on assault would be a 5 or less to hit. Five or less to hit. That's a miss. That tank might be dead in the next turn, or in the advanced phase, close combat. All right, so you are going to come into this location, which would be not visible because you're in a trench. We have 2 squad equivalents, which means you can't enter that location, which means you're going to come into here. For you, that is a dummy mine. And you're going to activate there. That's going to be a 4 coming in as a 4 squad support weapon leader. Squad, support weapon, and a leader. Jesus. So that's going to be a 527 with an ATR. Wrong, a heavy. Yeah, 527 with a heavy. And the leader is a A1. So if I fire at that, this would be 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be 6 with the squads, plus another 10 would be on the 16 table, +1, +2, +3, -1. So it's going to be a +2 on the 16. 9 on the 16 is a 1 check. Leader, and the 527 is pinned. Fine. No rate. I should say no rate and no residual. All right, and you guys are going to stop there. You are going to enter this location, activate as that, come in as a 4 squad support weapon leader. 628 with a LMG and an 8-0. All right. That was 2.5. Two and a half, and I got nothing else I can shoot at it. That really sucks. Let's come into the trench. Normally you would stop, but again, I'm going to overrule that, and we're just going to come into that location. This guy here is going to come here. And are we activated? We are. A 10 is going to be AFV with a squad coming in as a rider. Wait, AFV, 7 a.m. I cannot bring in an AFV yet. They do not have the capability. I have to write that in my rules. Paste that. Paste that. Paste that. So it's going to be a squad. So it's going to be a squad. Squad's going to be a 628. And we're going to be stuck there, so that's fine. You're going to go 1. That will be visible. Coming in as a 5, squad support weapon. Squad's going to be a 458 with a LMG. Jump the fence. You. Which way would you go? You come down below. That would be enough to activate. As a 4, coming in as an 8, which is a squad support weapon. Squad. And a support weapon. So that's a medium with a 527. And you've already used up your move, so you can't go any further. This guy would come up here. Activated with a -1 would not be enough, so that's a dummy. And moving down. All right, so we said we're going to move into the trench. Take our mortar with us for now. Assault move into there. I'll wait for my fire to do that. You guys are going to do the same. And pick up that medium. And again, I'll fire at them in my defensive fire phase. You guys here, what do we have? 1, 2, 3 squad equivalents, so you're kind of used up. You guys are also... See, how do I move these guys without getting shot to shit? Well, when in doubt, let's check the rule. So that's going to be a 4. So if you look at the movement, advanced attitude infantry is a 4. If 2 known good orders, see move command 2. Assault moving location with higher TM. So this would be a higher TM. We have a squad and a half. So let's go. You guys are going to assault move into that trench. Take your leadership with you. That means you guys could assault move here. Pick that up. And you guys can assault move into this trench. Really not the best, but I think it's all I can really do, because aside from that I would get shot up. Now you would head to 4 hexes. This hex is friendly controlled. I should have been putting these down as I take them. You're going to be moving towards that hex. So which way do you come? This way? Yes, he does. And activation. Yep. 8 squad support weapon. Squad is a 447 with a medium. So what can shoot? I can fire these guys. Do I have a leader? 7-0. We have a 9-2 here. He's in command. Pass it down. 7-0. Which means these guys can now fire. It's going to be on the 20 table plus 2 minus 1, or plus 1 minus 1. So it's going to be 20 flat. 7 on the 20 should be a 2 check at least. Yeah. And he breaks. No rate. And that would be 20. So it would be 8, 6, 4. So it would be 2 residual. There. You are going to come here, activate as a 4 squad support weapon leader. Squad is a 447. We have a 7-0. And support weapon is going to be a 50 cal. So it's going to be a 228 actually. What can shoot at that? Well, you could, unless you panic. -1 for being an AFV is a 9. Crew exposed is a 10, and an acquisition, but you don't have a target. What is my friendly command? Vehicles 1 greater, so that is a 9. CE is a 10. I'm reaching here. This, if only there was a unit in that foxhole, I'd have an acquisition. So as it is, I'm panicked. That sucks. Well, I could fire the tank. This guy here. I may as well, I guess. I don't have a target anymore, so let's just do that. He's in command, and let's do +1, +2, -1, so it's going to be +1 to hit. Buttoned up is +2, 6 or less to hit. That is a hit. No rate because he doesn't have any. And on the 20 table, we have an 8, so that's going to be a 1 check, I think. 2 check, nice. Leader and the crew. So the crew's broken, leader's broken too. All right, and then down here, which is your target? I guess this would be your target. It is closest. Which way would you go? 1 or 2? You're going to come this way. Activation is a 4. Yes. As a 4, squad, support weapon, leader. Squad, support weapon, and a leader. So we have a LMG with a 447 and an 80. I'll wait to shoot in my defensive fire phase so I can get them both. And you guys will stop there. You, same thing. You're going to go this way. Activate. That would be -1. No, not good enough. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you would activate as well. So you would actually head to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you'd head that way. So you're going to come here for 1. That'll be enough to activate. As a 9 squad and a leader. 447 and a 81. So that's a 1. Now we do have a minefield, so we got to be wary where we're going to go. 2. It would be 3 onto the wire. That's 1, 2. We'll come here for 3. Under the wire for 5, and then into the trench for 6. Now I could have shot him with one of these guys up here, but I'm just going to wait. Yeah, wait till the defensive fire phase. And you guys are going to move as well. So using the trench system, we're going to go 1, 2. I could fire this guy here. I may as well, I guess. In command. And let's do a 6 + 1, 2 for the grain, and 4 for the trench. -2 would be a up 2 on the 6. 8 on the 6 is a pinning. So we have a leader and a conscript squad. So you're pinned. And you're first fired. And then lastly, we have two guys here. We have one enemy occupied strategic location, which you're heading towards. So basically, you're going to be coming this way. Yeah, well, you be coming that way. That's activation. Yes. 9 is a squad leader. Squad 628. And an 8 is 0. So that's 1.5. This would be 3. If I enter this location, that would be 4.5. I could final. Let's throw smoke. Let's throw a smoke grenade into that hex. No, he doesn't have smoke, so that's 3. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to get closer to that guy. Yeah, I think that's safe. You are going to go... We have two choices, E43 or E40 or F42. We're going to go to F40. No, we can't go that way because of the OBA. Let's come here. And then we'll activate. That would be no. So you're a dummy. And that's it for the move. And defending fire. So let's look at our OBA. Here, we could land in place or convert in place. Resolve it in place, except we don't have anything to hit except for 2 guns, or we could move. Problem, of course, is that I do have this guy in. If I move to B42 and it comes up this way, I'm going to hit my own guys. This might not be a bad spot to drop it, but I can only come up 3 hexes. So if I go 1, 2, 3 to F38, that would probably be good. So let's go here to here. Except I have nobody within base, which means I would have to do a chit draw. So if I drop it here, I do have an enemy within the base, within the blast radius. So I don't have to do a chit draw. So is it accurate? It is not. It can only be off 1 hex, and it is 6. So it lands there. Alright, so target hex. Nothing. D37 for flame and shell hole. We have shell hole. And we have flame. E38 for mine destruction. And E39 for wire. D39. That's a +4, so it's going to be 10 on the 30, which is a 2 check. They're fine. C39, nothing. C38, nothing. All right, well, not the greatest round, and that's fine. Continuation. Let's look at this guy here. Now, I do have another pillbox that just opened up, and I got to worry about that. 1, 2, 3. If I land at K31, I might have to worry about it coming back to me, but danger close on my tanks. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna bring our AR here. And is it accurate? It is not. Can only go 1. Survey says 3. Shit. Well, flame on L30. M32, L32, K32. Yeah. All right, well, that could have gone way a lot better. All right, let's go back to the bottom and we'll start shooting. Final fire U into this unit here. That'll be a 4 down 1. No effect. The elephant into the bunker. Point blank range. That is a frickin' miss. Are you shitting me? If I intensive gets rid of the acquisition, it will be +3. Button up is 4. 2x range will reduce it down to a 6 to hit. I already just mouthed my gun. Jesus, this guy here. We're gonna fire inside our hex. So that's probably gonna miss. We're gonna get a +2 for inside our hex. Button up is +3. LM and wait, am I motion? No, I'm not. J34 LM are in a point blank range in M. So I'm buttoned up and we are fire inside hex. So it's going to be a miss. This guy here, going to fire onto this hex acquired twice, gets rid of the trench cover, which is going to give us a 8 or less to hit, and I break that gun. Wow. You guys have fired. This guy here, we are mired, but I'm going to fire at this trench here. It's going to be a +3. Button up is +4. That hits on the 12th table. We have a 4. 3 check. 6 up 1 is broken and ELR'd, so disrupted. 426 broken, disrupted. 228 is fine, gone, and half squad. That's wounded actually. And you were broken and disrupted too. You guys are going to fire at what kind to shoot? Let's fire these guys first. It's going to be on the 6 table here. 6 up 3. No effect. You guys in the house with your wounded hero. I guess I may as well fire at this trench here. No, we're going to fire at this guy so the hero can't contribute. It's going to be 11 for the squad and the heavy, and then another 12, 17 had to be, what, 8? So it's going to be on the 20 table. 20 flat on that 6 to 8. 6 on the 20 is a 3 check. 6 to 8 breaks. Right on the heavy. Let's do a 6 up 2 here. 6 on the 6 is a 1 check, so the 6 to 8 and the 4 to 6. You're pinned. And this guy here is a 2 check, is a 6 up 4. So you're going to be a broken half squad. Actually, you guys aren't underlying morale, are you? Yes, they are. They are underlying morale. I'm using the wrong assault engineers. Wrong assault engineers. I should be using the Ponyri ones. All right, so the that's fine. And I do have raid again, but I'm not going to shoot. Do I? No, that's fine. Let's fire this guy. He's in command. We got ranged, and we have acquisition. +1, +3 with a -3 cancels out, so it's going to be at 8 to hit. And we have a rate of fire on the 12. We have a pending task check. Squad's fine again. That is a hit, a rate of fire. This time we have a 1 check, so the 447 is fine. This guy here, gone, gone, and gone. That's last shot, and a 1 check. And heat of battle. Russians a +2. That's going to be enough for battle hardening. Interesting. And then this guy here, I guess I may as well fire on that same target. Although this one might be more... yeah, let's fire that guy there. So we had a +1, +3, so 5 or less to hit. First of all, can he fire? Yes, he can. 5 or less to hit. That is a miss. Everything here is fired, so we're good. (9-2), which means I can then fire 24 up 5 into there. Up 6. 24 up 5. No effect. Actually, no, I can't fire because I would take my own guy out. That guy can't shoot either, and in the building here. This 9-2 in command, which means I can fire 12, 16 with the hero, 16 up, 1. 5 on the 16, rate of fire. Wait, no, it's going to be a cower, isn't it? It's going to be on the 12, 2 check. Pinned. And coward. Then that guy can do a 4 up 2 there. 7 on the, sorry, 2 up 2. 2 up 2 would be enough to cause a NMC, so that would be enough to DM. Panic. You guys here are going to do 20 flat because the Orchard Road, so I don't have to pay that. 20 flat there. 6 on the 20. I think we said it was a 2. 3 check. And that will be ELR, even though you just battle hardened. All right, 9-2. We're going to hit with a +1, +2. Button up is +3. Acquisition will be a +2. That's going to miss. And the 7-0 here, that'll be 12, +1, +2, 12 up 2. Wow. 4 on the 8 is a 2 check, so the leader broken, and the 4-2-6 is broken. This 8-0 will be 2, 4, 6, 7 +1, +2. And if I add in you guys, that would be another, that would not be enough. So we're just going to do an 8 up 2. Pinning task checks, so no joy. This guy here, I'm in motion, so there's not much point. And that guy is going to fire a 4 up 2 into here. No effect. All right, and that's it for that. Over here, we have this tank buttoned up. I forgot the fire last time. Shit. Oh well. You. Shot on the house is going to hit, and then on the 12. NMC, we have a leader, dead. A broken squad, gone, a half squad, and a 447, which is now fine. And then he breaks, Elard. And then leader lost task check on that squad. So they're gone. All right, you, my friend. Panic. What about you? You're fine. Let's fire on these guys. Rate of fire. I think it's going to miss. What do we have? +1. 3 for the trench. Button up is +4. Yeah, that would miss. But rate of fire, so try again. And I almost broke my gun. The guy panicked. So, 3, 4, 6, 7s. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to fire 12 up, 3 into that location. That is an 8 on the 12 is a 1 check. So the leader and the 228 is fine. That is it for defensive fire. Let's go to route. Advancing fire, excuse me. Advancing fire. So we have 4, 8, 8 up 2. No effect. This would be a combined 4, 6, 7. Up 3. Not enough. Not enough. Everything down here broke. And then this would be a 4 up 1. 4 on the 4 is going to be a 1 check. Leader. And the 4, 6, 7 is fine because of the 9, 1, but that's going to be a pin. So then we'll go to route phase. Flame spread, actually. Spread to the orchard. We do. So we'll get rid of all this. Wait, we'll get rid of everything here. Put a burnt out wreck there. And then we'll spread to L21. No. M23. Turn flame to M22 and L23. No. All right. Road phase. Make it to the house. That's fine. You guys don't have to route, so I think I'm just going to keep you in place. You have to move because you're adjacent. So let's come back to here. Three, 6. I think it makes sense to do that. For the same reason, we're going to send you back. That would be 1, 5. Actually, no. You're in the trench. You're fine. You're going to stay there. And then the Germans. One guy here, you're pinned, so you can actually run back to this guy. Although this trench, I guess, would be your closest target. So let's bring the leader back. No, you're a hero. Never mind. It's fine. everything there is fine. All right, and then we'll go to Russian advance. Do we have any advances here? I don't think we do. I'm going to have to adjust my artillery onto that side. Do we want to jump on the tank? First of all, let's move you guys forward. You guys can move forward as well. Let's put you in the trench. And then you guys do a patsy. 1, 2. One of you passes, so you're going to jump on this guy. You guys are fine where you are. The 447 will stay. We'll throw another 628 in there. And you guys are going to come here. And I'm going to pick that up before I forget. Now that would be 2.5 to climb over, so you're not going to be able to climb over. Down here. Oh wait, I have 2 guys in that pillbox. This should be a bigger capacity. Should be a 235. Let's get closer and with a view to jump on the tank. You guys are all fine. Down here, pinned on the wire. I cannot enter that location just yet. Main gun has malfunctioned, so this is gone. So let's go into there. And I think that's going to be it. Close combat. All right, so we'll start with this guy down here. Patsy, which he fails. Now I can't do anything because I don't have any guns. Moving up. A melee here that just won't go away. 1 to 4. Casually reduce that squad, and 4 to 1. I can't kill a fucking wounded leader apparently. Unreal. Oh, I should have gone hand to hand. I think I just killed that squad. I would have gone hand to hand. So 1 to 4 would be a 5. A 4 to 1 would be an 11. So I kill him and he kills me. I don't know if that was worth losing the squad, but at least that guy is dead. In here, we have a squad. Needs a patsy. He fails. The 628 passed in versus a motion vehicle, so it's assault engineer. Base 5 with a -1 for assault engineer. Do they get anything special in Ponyri for being that? No. So it's going to be a 6 or less. Wrong, 4 less because of motion status. No, almost got it. So they're in CC. And that's it for the Russian turn 5. Alright, so let's zoom out, see what she looks like. So this is the turn 5. I think the the Germans have to go one more turn because we do want to make a little bit more progress this way. This is basically all the Russians really have to stop from reaching very much this position. Well, I shouldn't say that. If I CX, it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 advance. So this is as far as I could get with my current orders of battle. Not even close, which would be one bound closer. So I'd have to fight my way there. Not the greatest. Maybe I should stop. If I stop, so what would I get in the next phase? I would get the rest of my vehicles, and I would get whatever CPP that I roll. Now, based on the casualty point, I caused 140, and I believe it's for every 20 I get a -1. So I'm probably looking at a -6 on my roll. What we're looking at is here. So for every 20 I suffered by the friendly, so that's rounded down. So it's a -3. So I get a -3 to my die roll, which means I'm probably going to be in the middle here of CPP, which means I'm maybe looking at 3 companies I can bring on. And they're going to have to start from 8 hexes back or from the board edge along with my armor. Now, if I bring them on as riders, I might be able to push my way through. The enemy, for their part, is going to be setting up a little bit in depth. I do have an SSR, or sorry, MSR, which is going to give them reserve status somewhere in here, which I'm going to have to fight through. But they don't get any real reorganization except for what is already on the board. If I increase it to turn 6, my ELR would drop by 1 as well. I just don't think I have enough resources to keep pushing. I do have this here. Really kind of knocking their head against this. I haven't made any headway into those lines. I could send in more reinforcements this way when I get my CPP. I do have some progress here in the top center. But again, in the bottom left, I'm just smashing my head against the wall. And in the center here, this is pretty good as well. OBA-wise, what am I looking at here? 6 black, 2 red are left. 5 black, 2 red are left. It would be a waste to lose this OBA when I still have a chance of getting at least one more 100mm and maybe another 150. If I can get another round of 150 somewhere down here, like maybe right here, 1, 2, 3, if I could land it right here and take this 100 and land it over here on my pre-registered. That might not be too bad. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, we're going to call that one here. This is the turn 5, and I'll decide whether or not off camera, whether or not I continue with roll for turn 6. All right, see you guys next video. Bye-bye.